Hey guys, welcome back to my videos. So in previous video we saw that how to create the virtual network and the subnet configuration at the time of virtual network creation. So in this video we are going to see what if you already have a VNet and you want to add the additional subnet into the existing VNet. So we are going to see how to do that using PowerShell. So to do that we are going to use this particular commandlet that is called add-az virtual network subnet configuration, and we are going to see this particular example where you can see it's actually creating the resource group over here, then it's adding the subnet configuration using new-az virtual network subnet config command, and then it's creating a virtual network on the line number 3. But on the line number 4 is going to add the new subnet configuration, and it's specifying the subnet name and the address prefixes, and on the line number 5 on the last line it's going to update that virtual network with this particular configuration. So we are going to see this particular example. So if I go back to the portal, and this is the virtual network that we created in our previous video, my virtual network, and if I go to this subnet, you can see there are two subnets which are already created, front-end subnet and back-end subnet. We are going to add one more subnet over here. Okay, so let me go back to my VS Code, and here I'm going to create one more file called subnet.ps1, and in this file, let me go back to the portal. I'm going to copy this entire thing first, and here is creating a resource group. Then I don't need this. Even I'm not creating a virtual network, so I'm going to delete this everything, but I will keep this particular variable. Let me use this particular variable. Okay, so here we go. So in virtual network variable, I'm not creating a VNet, but instead of that I'm going to pull the virtual network configuration. So to do that, we have command called get-az virtual network, and then I need to specify the name of the virtual network. And if I go back to the portal, this is the name of the VNet. Let me copy this one, and I will provide that in double quote, and then I also need to specify the resource group name, and let me copy that from the portal. This is the resource group name. Okay, and on the line number 2 is going to capture the virtual network, this particular virtual network, and it will store that value in virtual network variable. And on the line number 3, I'm going to use this commandlet to add the new subnet configuration into this particular variable. Okay, so you need to understand that on line number 3 it's going to add this particular backend subnet name. So let me change it to test subnet 1. Okay, because backend subnet is I think already created. So it's going to use this particular test subnet 1, and then it is going to use this parameter virtual network, and I'm providing this variable which I have mentioned on line number 2, and then I'm using address prefix. So I think 2 is already taken, so let me use 0.3. okay, so it's going to add this particular subnet into this variable because I'm providing virtual network variable over there. Okay, and after that on line number 4 it's going to update your virtual network. Okay, so this particular command is very much important. If you are not using this command, if you are just using line number 2 and 3, then it will not work. You need to use line number 4, and you need to specify this particular variable, and then use pipeline, and then use set-az virtual network, so it will update that virtual network, and you can see those changes on the portal. Okay, so to use or to understand this better, let me comment out this particular line. Okay, I'm just using line number 2 and 3. On 2 I'm just capturing the virtual network, and line number 3 I'm just going to update the new subnet, that is test subnet 1, in $virtual network variable. Okay, I'm just updating that in a variable. So let me save this file, and on this console I'm going to use subnet.ps1, and I will hit enter. Okay, so the configuration is completed. You can see the command runs successfully. Now let me go back to the portal, and if I go to the subnet, you can see that you're still having the front end and back end subnet. So this particular new subnet, test subnet 1, is not updated properly, because that configuration PowerShell added in this particular variable. So if you print this particular variable and console, you will get those particular detail, and you can see that those particular detail are added in VNet, but you are not using this particular commandlet, so it's not updating that on the portal. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I will uncomment this line and I will save this file once again, and now I'm going to run this particular file again, subnet.ps1, and let's see. Okay, so the command is completed. Now let me go back to the portal and I will click on the refresh, and here you can see the new subnet, test subnet 1, is updated successfully. So you have to make sure that you are going to use this particular command to update that particular configuration on the portal. Okay, so this is all for subnet. Thank you for watching the video.